So you had High Tone, and you're making records. At some point, you decided that you wanted, and tell me how this happened.
Okay.
Wanda Jackson, who was retired at the time, Janis Martin, who was retired at the time.
Yeah.
What inspired you to want to bring them, to collaborate with them?
Oh gosh, I was such a big fan of both of these ladies, and I had met, you know who turned me on to a gig with Wanda was Steve Fishel, because he had brought her to play this country festival. There was a big country festival in LA, and so Wanda was on the bill, and he said, we need some background vocalists. Would you and Jan Brown do it? And I was like, great, you know. So I got to sing with her on her songs and meet her afterwards, and that's how we became girlfriends. And then when, I don't know how many years later, maybe 2 years later, I decided to do the Rockabilly Philly record. And so I called her up and said, I would like you to do 2 songs, one you wrote and one I wrote, and we'll do a duet, you know, and she was all for it. Called up Janis Martin, same thing, same offer. I'm gonna produce these songs, and you know, one you wrote, one of your songs, one of mine. And so it was like a dream come true. I flew into town with the 2-inch tapes, and be careful not to let them go through the...
I love that picture.
Oh, that's me and Janis practicing in her music room. Yeah, she used to have a PA system. The columns are on each side. You can see the one on the left there. And we just had a blast. We were drinking wine and singing songs, and we figured out the key and everything. That was from 1995.
And both of them, you know, Wanda had retired, and now, I mean, she went on for another, after that. You know,
Yeah, Wanda
she
definitely...
got very actively into
Yeah.
touring, going to Europe.
Well, when the
Found this-
record came out, I
Yeah.
got her on tour for 6 weeks, and that was the first time she had been on a tour
Right.
for small clubs in America.
Right.
You know, just honky-tonks, you know. What did her husband call them? Juke joints. We're not going to play any juke joints.
They might be drinking.
Yeah, I said, oh, yes, we are. And he goes, well, no dancing. I said, oh, yes, there will be. They loved it from day one. You know. They were like, oh, this is, she felt like these girls wearing poodle skirts and the boys with their hairdos. She goes, I feel like I'm back in the 50s. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, they found a whole new audience. I think
Look how young she was. We were both so young.
Yeah. She had become a country singer, and I think doing the fair circuit and all the things that she would have done as an older country singer, that wasn't working for her, you know. But when you helped her find this younger audience that loved her and sustained her for you know all the way through until she decided to retire a few years ago, you know.
Yeah,
that would not have happened if you hadn't.
She
done
got
that.
inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
In the end of it, and won a Peabody, not Peabody, but she won the NEA award herself. Yeah, about 7 years ago, maybe.
Great. Well,
National
deservedly
Heritage
so.
Award.
Yeah.
And she won quite a few awards getting back out there.
Yeah.
And then Jack White produced her.
I think Justin Towner Earl produced her, or did something down
Yeah,
with her.
that's right. I forgot about Justin Towner Earl.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just always felt a little bit like I got her started.
You did. You absolutely did.
A little bit of pride there, you know. And
I think
got her back
there's
out.
no more direct, you know, way to say that. I mean, she wouldn't have done that if you hadn't brought her out, you know. So.
I helped.